container ship owned by the MSC Shipping Company is unloading at the Piraeus harbor. Stratos Kalaritis and his co-workers at Dock 1 are glad to have something to do. It's been quiet here lately. The news that the government is planning to privatize the harbor after all has many here worried.
Well, I'm upset that they're going to sell something that brings in a lot of money for Greece. We're pouring money into the state. It doesn't matter which party is in charge. What they should be doing is expanding the harbor to create jobs and bring in more money. That would be a bigger help for Greece.
But Greece is mired in debt. They've now opened bids on a 51% stake in Piraeus, including its container and automobile terminal and the passenger port, Europe's largest. The Dockworkers union says privatization is irresponsible and a mistake. Although the union workers are generally supportive of the Syriza government, they're disappointed with the decision. Tensions are running high. Giorgos Gogos, General Secretary of the Dockworkers Union, says intense pressure from creditors led to the decision to sell.
These days are really crucial for Greek society generally, because the results will be very crucial for our future. So before the elections, it was clear that they're not going to continue any kind of privatization. On the contrary, they said that they have plans how to develop under public jurisdiction, authority and ownership the ports, and not only ports, but also other Greek assets.
The Dockworkers Union wants to prevent the sale of the harbor. In 2009, at the start of the finance and debt crisis, they were forced to stand by while part of the container terminal was leased to the Costco company. The dockworkers say that Costco is paying too little in rent, taxes, and wages.
It makes us angry because everything was given as a present to Costco, a Chinese state-owned company. Their mentality concerning labor issues, it's completely different from European ports standards. Every colleague from European port, they say that this is a black hole in European Union. Costco case is a black hole concerning labor issues.
For now, Stratos Kalaritis still has a job, unlike many others here. But even though he's a state employee, a lot has changed for him. 5 years ago, he earned up to 1,900 euros net a month. Then his wages were cut, and now he takes home less than 1,200. He says that if he'd known this would happen, he'd have stayed in Germany, where he worked for 11 years. But now he has a young son in Piraeus, so he can't leave. To the left is the Greek section of the harbor. To the right is the Chinese side, which is doing a booming business. Costco has been running a tight ship. The Chinese company is also bidding on the privatization sale. 3 companies are in the running. Costco isn't saying much and didn't respond to requests for an interview. But the pro-European Eliamep Institute in Athens says there's no way to get around it. The harbor has to be privatized.
Yes, if we compare the data of the Piraeus Port Authority, Pire 1, in comparison to Pire 2 and Pire 3, there's a tremendous difference. So numbers themselves suggest that it is a private company which can give better numbers. This is important for both Greece and Costco, I would say. But of course, I understand that the labor conditions for the working unions might be not that good if private companies operate in the port. This is for sure.
Stratos Kalaritis says that's a mistake, and it will drive Greece only deeper into poverty. He says the harbor is the victim of the creditors.
But to be honest, I think the sale to the Chinese is already a done deal. The EU has already approved their application to expand Pier 3. Of course I'm worried. I might be losing my job soon. And then I'll stand up here and think about the good old days. It's a real possibility, unfortunately.